And Will Leitch joins us now. Great to see you. This was a piece sort of pegged to Pete Rose, written a week ago. What does it tell you that since the time you wrote it, all these new examples proving your point have come up?
I mean, just wait. There'll be more next week, and there'll be more the week after. I think there's probably another Cats news cycle that we're going to be able to get into at some point. I was kind of inspired to do this piece because of Pete Rose. You know, I write primarily in sports professionally, and it was funny to think I started the website, the late website Deadspin, 20 years ago, and 20 years ago in June. And my big thing at the time was, you know what? I know you're all tired of talking about Pete Rose. We're not going to talk about Pete Rose for the site. That was 20 years ago. It's truly remarkable to me. And it comes, of course, across sports and culture. Like, there are so many things that we felt maybe had been at least mostly settled, or at least we moved on to something a little bit more interesting to argue about. It's remarkable. We're discussing Bruce Springsteen's politics. Is SNL still funny? Like, all of these conversations that we were having 20 years ago, they seem like they just keep coming up really every 20 minutes.
And there is something, quintessentially Trumpy about that too, you argue.
Yeah, I mean, this is really a gut in a lot of ways is a little bit stuck in like the mid 80s and tabloid culture and the New York Post and all that sort of thing. I joked in the piece that like no one would be really shocked if he posthumously put Robin Leitch as like the ambassador to Monaco or something. Like, it feels like in a lot of ways he's stuck in this time, though I also think it goes beyond just Trump, right? Like in an age where, we are, there was a time where people talked about cable news. We need all these new things to talk about and all these new things to repeat. Now we live in a social media world where eventually we're going to run out of like new things to fight with each other about. So we've got to bring up old stuff to get back fighting about. It's funny to be writing about all this stuff for 20, 25 years and have like the young kids be like, you know what? I'm really mad about Barry Bonds and steroids. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been writing about this for so long. But it's true because like the more information and the more kind of constant input that we need, we end up relitigating all these old fights because we need something to fight with each other about.
And we need something new. And you have this beautiful part of your piece where you talk about your experience with your own son discovering Hall & Oates like they just stepped foot on Earth for the first time.
Yeah, there's an ongoing cultural theory about the idea there's like a slow elimination of the future, which is to say we're not really creating a lot of new culture right now because really on Spotify, as far as my kid knows, Hall & Oates is as new as Chappell Roan or Benson Boone or Kendrick Lamar, right? Like the idea, if I hear this song, you go on Spotify, there's no like local top radio that where they're learning stuff from. All of this kind of gets flattened. And so it becomes all the same conversation. So as much as I appreciated shocking my son that I knew this cool new song that he knew, it turned out the song was older than I was. And I think that spoke to kind of the moment a little bit.
I had that experience. My son discovered Jerry Rafferty's Baker Street. And my son, who may be watching right now, my apologies, but he actually thought it was cool.